Welcome back. See, in the last class we have solved some of the question paper problems which are related to supplementary examination paper, and some of you have written the solutions, and I have corrected some of the notes in the group. Okay, so in this class let us continue to consider another topic here. So let's move on to our next topic. See, this is the next topic, continuity. Okay, continuity and differentiability. So I have not written differentiability. So before going to the that topic, so let us try to understand what is the meaning of continuity. Okay, this is very important here. I am going to start the introduction here. So continuity. See, before going to this concept, so let us recall some of the points which we have learned in first PUC. Okay, see, in first PUC, what are the concepts we have learned? So we know what is the meaning of limit. Okay, limits. So this is very important to understand what is the meaning of continuity. So let us quickly brief before the points which are belong to this limits. Okay, so what do you mean by limit? See, limit means we shall consider a function. See, we know how to write a function here. See, a function is always written as y is equal to f of x. So also we know this y and x, these are the variables here. See, y is dependent variable, we call it as dependent variable, and x we call it as independent variable. I will write IB. Okay, so y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So for example, see, if I write y is equal to 2x plus 3, okay, then it looks like y is equal to f of x. So this whole thing on the right hand side, it is function of x. So here, if we see here, x is independent variable, y is dependent variable. So we can give the values for x and get the values for y. So if I give x is equal to 0, then what is the value of, see, if x is equal to 0, then what is the value of y? 2 into 0, 0, 0 plus 3, that will be 3. Then if I give 1, see, x is equal to 1, so then y will be 1, 5. So in this way, I can give different values for x and I can obtain the values for y. So, so we know all the functions can be written as y is equal to f of x. See, if I write, say, y is equal to sin x, see, y is a function of x. Okay, this is a trigonometric function, this is a linear function. So we know also the types of functions. Okay, so here, so I must recall some of the basic points which we have learned in our first PUC. Okay, so if I have a function here, see, what is the limit of this function? That is the question. What is the limit of this function? See, what is the limit of f of x? So what is the limit of f of x? So to write the limit of this function, we have to consider see, one point. Okay, so we need a point. Say let x is equal to a. Okay, so let x is equal to a. So a is a given point. Let us consider some point x is equal to a is a point. Then how do you write the limit of the function? See, limit of the function we write like this. See, limit of the function f of x, and we write the symbol here. See, x, and we put this square bracket. See, x tends to a. This is read as, this is, see, this symbol, we know this symbol, x tends to, so we write this as x tends to, see, x tends to a, or x approaches to a. Okay, x tends to a, or x approaches to a, or x is tending towards a. Okay, so here limit of the function means, so the symbol is this one. So limit of the function, so as x tends to a, we used to write the symbol like this, limit of the function. Okay, so then what is the meaning of this limit of the function? Okay, so we have considered a function and we are defining the limit of the function. So in our earlier classes, we also know the meaning of this limit of the function. So what do you mean by limit of the function? See, there is a connection. Before going to continuity, you must know and or recall what do you mean by limit of the function. Okay, see, limit of the function means, already I have written the symbol here. So limit of the function, if I write, say, limit f of x as x tends to a, as already I have written here. So my point is, I have considered the point x is equal to a. Okay, so limit of the function means, so we should recall as we learned in our earlier classes. So here, limit of the function means, see left hand limit and right hand limit. So you must recall this tree. Left hand limit and right hand limit should exist and these should be equal. Okay, so left hand limit and right hand limit should exist and both should be equal. Then we write that as limit of the function as x tends to a. See here, we read this as the x tends to a means here also there are two cases. We must recall this point. See, x tends to a means okay, x may approach towards a from, see, left side of a. Okay, left side of that point, x approaches towards a from left side of that point. That is the one option here. Then second option is x approaches to a or tends to a. Another possibility is from right side of a. See, from right side of that point. See, there are two meanings here. X tends to a means what? X may approach towards that point from left side of this point or from right side of this point. Okay, so here, so let me show that. So let us see here, there is a number line. You think this as, so a number line is there. So we write this minus infinity number line or real line as we say. So here I will mark one point. See, I will mark this point as see x is equal to a. Okay, so okay, this is my point a. So here, see here, from left side of a means x approaches to a from left side of a. So left side of a means you consider all the points which are less than a. Okay, see, less than. Then x tends to a from right side of a. That means the points, we consider the points which are greater than, see, greater than a. So that's what we said here. Left side of a and right side of a means x tends to a from taking the values less than a, or it may tends or approaches towards a by taking the values which are greater than a. So there are two cases. So here both from left side and from the right side. So if x tends to a from left side or by taking the values less than a, we call it as left hand limit. Similarly, if x tends to a by taking the values greater than that point, we call it as right hand limit. So here right hand limit is equal to left hand limit. Okay, right hand limit is equal to left hand limit. So this will be equal to, see, some value, get some value, say L. So that is the limit of the function f of x as x tends to, we write this limit of the function as x tends to a. So for this also we have the symbol here. See, right hand limit and left hand limit we are telling in words. So see here we are written here x tends to a from left side of a means, so how can we write this? See, limit of the function, see, f of x as x tends to, see, x is coming towards a or approaches to a from left side means less than a. It will take the values less than a. So less than a means, see, if I simply write this, it will indicate x tends to a. So to show that it is a left hand limit or right hand limit, specifically I am talking about left hand limit, then we write the sign, see, a minus. So above this letter a, we will write the sign minus. It indicates that it is x is approaching towards a from left side of a. This is called as left hand limit. Similarly, if I write, say, limit f of x as x tends to a, so if it takes all the values greater than that point, that is from right side of a, if it approaches from right side of a, we will write this positive sign, see, a plus. So this is called right hand limit. See, these are the left hand limit and right hand limit. So for a function, if we are talking about the limit of the function, then left hand limit and right hand limit both should be equal to some value. Then only limit of the function exists. So these are the things we have learned in our first PUC class. Okay, in calculus, so we have noted down all these points. So right hand limit and left hand limit. So we should have some basic knowledge about this before going to the main topic, continuity. Okay, so So what is the summary? We can briefly report here. So limit of the function f of x as x tends to a is equal to L. Here limit of the function exists means this implies right hand limit and left hand limit. Okay, right hand limit and left hand limit both should be equal to some value, then only we say that limit of the function exists. Okay, so let us consider our today's topic here. See, continuity. So I have written it earlier here. What do you mean by continuity? See, whose continuity? What is the meaning of continuity? Continuity of a function. I am talking about continuity of a function. So function means continuity of a function. Y is equal to, we say, f of x. Okay. So you see, general meaning continuous means without any break. That we know. Continuous means without any break. So we don't have to stop at any one point. Okay, we have to be continuous without having a break. That is the general meaning here. But mathematically, how do you define continuity? So for that, we can take one example and let's understand what is the meaning of continuity. Okay, continuity of a function. I am talking about continuity of a function. So opposite word for this is discontinuity or discontinuous, we say. Okay, so let us understand this continuity of a function. Okay, so let us consider one example here. Let us consider. Let us define one function here. Okay, I will define one function. So observe carefully, very important here. So f of x is equal to 1 if x is less than or equal to 0. Then this is if x is greater than 0. So we can take many examples here. See, observe here. I have considered one example. So I have defined a function here. How I have defined function? See, f of x is equal to constant. See, 1 is constant, 2 is a constant. So f of x is equal to 1. Observe carefully. If x is, condition is given, less than or equal to 0. Then f of x is 2 if x is greater than 0. Okay. So let us draw the graph here. So, okay, let us consider. See, observe carefully. So let us consider the Cartesian plane. X. So I will consider this x-axis and this y-axis. So I will give some values here. See, -1, -2, -3. So you can go on giving the values here. Okay. See, f of x. See, f of x means y. Okay. This instead of f of x means what? We can write it as y. So y, value of y is 1. When x is less than or equal to 0, value of y is 2 when x is greater than 0. So this is very important. Observe carefully. I am going to explain what is the meaning of continuity. Okay. See, if I roughly work out the values, so we can give the values here. Afterwards, we can. Okay, I will give the values here. So let's see some of the values. See, x is less than or equal to 0. So 0 is included here. So I will start from 0. See, less than 0 means 0 is here. Okay, less than 0 means all the values to the left of 0, then the value is 1. So you can understand here only. See, x greater than 0 means what are the values? All the positive values. X greater than 0 means to the right of 0. See, to the right side of 0, function is 2. To the left side of 0, including 0, the value is 1. That's how the function is defined. So now I will consider, see, x less than 0 here. So I will give x less than 0, see, -1. So less than 0 means I will take all the values to the left of 0, -2, -3. So for all, see, 0. So when x is equal to 0, so that is 1 here. So for all the values less than 0, see, the value of y is 1. So 1 is fixed here. So 0, 1, -1, 1, -2, 1, -2. So let us mark those points here. See, 0, see, 0, 1. Okay, I will write numbers here. 1, 2, okay. So I will write this, I will mark this point later. See, minus, this point is included. See, -1, 1. So -1, let me mark the points here. So -1, 1. Then -2, 1. -3, 1. So these are the points here. Okay, -1, 1. -2, 1. -3, 1. So let me join these points here. So these are the values less than 0. Okay, so let us work out see greater than 0. So then what are the values here? So let us check up here. So these are all greater than 0. Greater than 0 means we can take 1, 1.1, whatever the values is. See 1, 2, 3, 4. So for all the values, see greater than 0, value of y is fixed here, see 2. So then you can take 1, see 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Okay. So now I will join this. Okay, it will continue here. See here. So earlier if x is equal to 0, see 0, if I give x is equal to 0, I got y is equal to what? 1. So 0 is included. So 0, 1. Okay, 0, 1. So it is here. 0, 1. Okay, 0, 1. See 1, 2. I taken 2, 2, 3, 2. So I got these two here. So here it is 0, 1. So observe this carefully. So we have completed the graph here. Okay, this is 0, 1. This point is 0, 1. See, so what is happening to the right side of 0 and to the left side of 0? We can observe these 2 points carefully. See here, these are all the values. See all the values. See positive values 1, 2, 3. Then these are the negative values. We are observing here -1, -2, -3. See, observe carefully. See here, if x is less than 0, see x is less than 0 means, so when x is less than 0, so we must observe the points which are on the left side of 0. See, these are all the values less than 0. Okay, so when x is less than 0, so value of y is what? Value of y is 1. Okay, so here 1. So we are observing here 1. Value of y is 1. Then when x is greater than 0, then if it takes all the positive values, then value of y is, okay, value of y is 2. So I will put a circle here, see 2. So from the left side of, see here, 0, 1. So this, if I give x is equal to 0, I got 1. So 0, 1 I have marked here. Okay. So you observe this point 0. To the left side of 0, that means, so when x takes the values, see -2, -1, then -0.1, -0.001, -0.001, that means when x tends towards 0, from left side of 0, see here, left side of 0, so value of the function we are observing here is 1. Okay, so what we have told earlier, if x tends to or moves towards that point, say that point generally we say here, from left side, here I am talking about left side, see less than 0. That means I can put the symbol as minus. That is, it is approaching from left side of the point. Okay, a minus. That means it is what? Left hand limit. Okay, so here the point I am talking about here is 0. My point is 0 here. So I can replace here 0. So I will put the sign minus. Now see here, observing here -1, -0.1, -0.001. So as x is approaching towards 0 by taking values less than 0, then the value of the function is 1. That means left hand limit. So left hand limit we are getting the answer as 1. Okay, this is one observation. Similarly, what is happening to the right side of 0? So let's observe that also. See 3, 2, 1, 1.01, 1.001. So as x takes the values greater than 0 and moves towards 0, so what is the value of the function? See, value of the function is 2. We are observing here. See, from left side it is giving the value 1. From right side of 0, of that point, it is giving the value 2. That means right hand limit, as x is approaching towards 0, from right side of 0, the right hand limit we are getting is what is this 2. See here, right hand limit is 1, left hand limit is 2. So these two are not equal. 1 is not equal to 2. So these two are entirely different here. Okay, this is the very, very important observation. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Okay, so in such case we call this as discontinuous function. It is not continuous. Okay, Why it is not continuous? One reason is left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Okay, they are not coinciding. See, from left side of 0, the function is giving me 1, value as 1. Then from the right side of 0, that means right hand limit. So this I am talking about right hand limit, and this is what left hand limit. So from this the value is 1. From that side the value it is taking is 2. So they are not coinciding to each other. Therefore, this function is not continuous. So we have written continuity. So what is the meaning of continuity? So continuity means if it is possible to draw the graph of the function without lifting our chalk piece, pencil or pen from the plane of the paper. Is it possible to draw this graph on a one strike? No, definitely it is not possible, because we have to lift our pen or pencil or chalk when we come to this point 0. See, we have to lift our pencil from the plane of the paper when we reach 0. We cannot draw this entire graph continuously. There is a break. So at which point does this graph breaks? It is discontinuous, means it is not continuous at x is equal to 0. See, at x is equal to 0. Okay, so at x is equal to 0, this graph breaks. We cannot draw this continuously. Okay, so clearly we are seeing that here mathematically we say left hand limit not equal to right hand limit, and so the value of the function at this point, see, f of 0, see, if I give x is equal to 0, so value of the y is what? 1. That value is 1. See here, left hand limit is 1, right hand limit is 2, and value of the function at the given point is 1. So all these are different, so they are not coinciding with each other. Therefore, this function is not continuous. So we cannot draw this function continuously. So we have to we get a break here. Okay, so all the functions which have a break at some point, they are all discontinuous. They are not continuous. So we can understand like this also. So what is the meaning of continuity of a function? So continuity of a function means this left hand limit and right hand limit both should be equal. Okay, so continuity of a function means, see, continuity of a function means left hand limit of the function should be equal to right hand limit of the function. Okay, this is necessary condition but not the sufficient. I have not completed my statement. See, left hand limit, in this case left hand limit and right hand limit both are different here, therefore they do not coincide with each other. We tell that function is not continuous. So here if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, both are equal. See, these two should be equal, left hand limit and right hand limit should be equal, then both should be equal to, see, value of the function, in this case value of the function at the specified point is 1. Okay, so whatever the value of the function we define at the given point, say a, let me take this point as a. So if left hand limit of the function is equal to right hand limit of the function is equal to value of the function at the point exists, then the function is continuous. Okay, so how can we understand this here? Left hand limit and right hand limit should be equal means, as I told earlier, as we learnt in our previous class, limit of the function should exist as x tends to a. This means left hand limit and right hand limit both exist here. So limit of the function as x tends to a is equal to this value of the function. Okay, so if this condition satisfies, then we say that function is continuous at some point x is equal to a. Okay, I think this is clear. So I just have taken one example. In a similar way, we can take the examples and verify whether the given functions are continuous or not at a specified point. Okay, so then we say the function is continuous. See, there are three things to remember here. First of all, f of a should exist. Okay, that means we have taken a point a, value of the function, value of the point, value of the function at the point. Okay, value of the function at the given point should exist. That should be finite, first of all. Then second point is limit of the function as x tends to a, it should exist, and limit of the function as x tends to a should be equal to, see, f of a. That's what I have written here. So these three conditions holds good, these three conditions holds good, then we say that function is continuous at the given point. We don't have to worry about all the points. We have to check whether the function is continuously given particular point. Okay. See, once again I am repeating here. If the function is given and one point is x is equal to a is given, then when we say that the function is continuous, see, first of all, the function, see, value of the function at the given point. So what is the value of the function at the given point? F of a or f of c, whatever the point you consider. I have considered a, so that's why I have written f of a. So f of a should exist, that means it should be finite. Then we move to next step. Limit of the function, whatever the function we consider, the limit of that function as x tends to a should exist. See here, this exists means what? Left hand limit, right hand limit should be equal here. These 2 points lies in this. Then limit of whatever the limit we get here, that should be equal to this value of the function at the given point. So if these three conditions holds good, then we say that function is continuous. See, when we say that function is not continuous, see in this example we have observed earlier, so their left hand limit and right hand limit not equal here. So their left hand limit was 1, right hand limit was 2. So see here, if there may be some conditions here, f of a should f of a exists, limit also exists. If limit of f of x not equal to f of a, then it is discontinuous. See, if one of these conditions, one of these three conditions fails, then the function is not continuous. That means f of a exists, limit exists, but limit of f of x not equal to f of a, then function is discontinuous. So another case, f of a exists, limit may not exist, then in such cases also the function is discontinuous. Okay, so in this way we can define the continuity of a function. Okay, so here we say that y is equal to f of x is continuous. Y is equal to f of x is continuous at, see, at a given point x is equal to a, general point, if, so these three conditions should satisfy. So we say that a function y is equal to f of x is continuous at x is equal to a if so value of the function at the given point should exist, then limit should exist, and the limit of the function is equal to f of a. So see here, limit of the function exists means it is understood that left hand limit and right hand limit both should be defined and both should be equal. Okay, so if one of these condition fails, then the function will be declared as discontinuous or not continuous. Okay, so in this way we can define the continuity of the functions. Okay, so now let us consider another. See, we have defined the continuity of the function. So we know continuity of the function means what? Limit of the function f of x as x tends to a should be equal to what? F of a. So this we have learned in this class. So now next question comes here. How to find out left hand limit and right hand limit? See, left hand limit, symbol of left hand limit, the definition is here, as I told earlier, limit of the function as x tends to, see, left hand limit means x is approaching towards the point from left side of the point. That means what I should write? I should write negative sign. So this is left hand limit. So then right hand limit means x tends to a plus, we write that. So how to find the left hand limit and right hand limit? That is the next question here. See, observe carefully. To find left hand limit, see, note, observe the points very, very carefully here. See, to find the left hand limit, what is the procedure here? See here, to find the left hand limit, what is the procedure here is, see, f of x. So a function will be given. So in that, what we will do here is, put x is equal to, see, a minus h, where h is a positive, small positive quantity. So we will substitute x is equal to, see, a minus h. What is a? A is a given point. H is, I will take some positive quantity greater than 0. See here, x tends to a is there. See, observe this, as x tends to a, see, if I put a here, then what happens here? See, left hand side a, then right hand side a minus h, this a get cancels, minus h is equal to 0, and if I solve for h is equal to what? 0. See, as x tends to a, x tends to 0, then what is this limit here? See, limit becomes limit of f of, see, x means we have substituted a minus h, and see, as x tends to a, then it becomes what, h tends to 0. So we have to find out this limit of f of a minus h as h tends to 0. So put x is equal to a minus h and find this limit of f of a minus h as h tends to 0. So when we have to follow this procedure, whenever we are required to find left hand limit. So put x is equal to a minus h and you substitute here f of a, instead of x, put a minus h as h tends to 0. So here x tends to a converts to x tends to 0. So this procedure is followed to find left hand limit. Similarly, how do you find out see, right hand limit? So okay, let me write here. To find right hand limit, so what we will do, see, to find right hand limit, put x is equal to, see, put x is equal to a plus h. Remember this, put x is equal to a plus h, where h is a small positive quantity. Then our right hand limit becomes, see, a right hand limit, then right hand limit over what, limit of, so we will say limit of f of x as x tends to ca, so we will write as plus a. So this becomes, see, put x is equal to a plus h, then it converts to limit of, see, f of, so what is x here, see, a plus h, then this limit changes, see, h tends to what, 0. So we have to calculate this. So put x is equal to a minus h for left hand limit, put x is equal to a plus h for right hand limit, and go on simplifying by considering the given functions. Okay, so this is the procedure to find out left hand limit and right hand limit. Okay, so after finding left hand limit and right hand limit, so verify that, see here, verify that whether your right hand limit coincides with left hand limit and both coincides with f of a. If these things happen, then what is our declaration? What is our conclusion? The given function is continuous at the given point. So otherwise, the function is not continuous. Okay. So in this class, what are the things we have learned? So we have learned the meaning of continuity of a function by taking one simple example, and we have noted down the points to find out the right hand limit and left hand limit. So all these things we have to use whenever the function is given and we are required to test the continuity of the given function. Okay, so we shall consider some of the examples based on continuity of the function, and let us check whether these functions are continuous or not in the next class. Okay.